in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. I bring down rain so heavy it hurts the head. No more talk, put him in the stand. You keep walking, that you trying to end up. Cause if I end up fed, I end up. Cause you just soft type. What? Fake up north type. It's like a soft fight. Dog is a dog, blood thicker than water. We done been through the mud and we quicker to slaughter. The bigger the order, the more we run out. When up in there, everybody come out. When nobody burn out, sun in the sun out. I'ma keep out. Running his mouth, I'ma young out. Listen, yo, it's about to be. You know who gon' find you? Some old man fishing. Grandma wishing you the best, but it's hard to digest with the sound of your chest. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. 1, 2, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. On my yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. On my big baller. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. On my yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. On my street people. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. It's got y'all bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Man, that's got you bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Can do now.
It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No.
Wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Bust through the tackle. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Carry here for Trevor Etienne. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them, and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
McCarthy off the play fake. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now is 2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now McCarthy. Crossing route complete to Ross. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Well, first drive here, and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield, because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
19 Tiger. 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18. Let's go.
Throwing is McCarthy. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You look at this Niner defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Ready.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2.
Back to throw, Purdy. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The Niners at 7-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Purdy. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Nice job there, forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Out of the gun, Purdy. That's caught by Jennings. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So they decide not to back him up. They want the down. An interesting call there as it'll lead to 4th down.
Jake Moody on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this was all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To the air with McCarthy. They'll drop that underneath to ETN. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And then we've got a 3rd down and 3. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with it and try and get him settled.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is going to be 49er football. You know, it's great to be a Pro Bowl quarterback, all-pro wide receiver. Those guys get all the endorsements. But we've seen a lot of guys carve out a great career as a special teams ace.
And it's one of the most important parts of the game. We can talk offense and defense all we want, but the third phase, special teams, that can be the difference between winning and losing. And how about the big play created here? Big-time effort, and that can help his team.
Second straight week, he's forced to fumble. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Throwing here, Purdy. A quick hitter, complete. It's Brown. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0.
Vikings, nothing.
So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
37-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
17-0 our score after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. ETN up the middle. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. With it is Brown. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Watch out! Stop!
Another run to McCaffrey on second down. Yeah, they get about 3 up close to the 35.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the 49ers first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Juwan Jennings, 38 yards. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. Moody good with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Vikings nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A misconnection there, and he's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
From the gun on 3rd down, McCarthy. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. $13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go play action here. Purdy. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
53.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Purdy looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. The point after is good. And that'll make it 24-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
McCaffrey on the toss right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Get set.
Purdy now to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try to make some plays in their backfield.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Purdy. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 18.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. That's caught out right by Jennings. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue. But all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Here's McCarthy. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. On play action, McCarthy. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing is McCarthy. And he'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 24, Purdy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now a handoff looking right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Get set, get set. Run around, so. Purdy from the gun.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Pioneer. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. He'll find ETN out of the backfield.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. good for 20 on the catch and run.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
60 Bison, 60, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 19 Lion.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 2nd and 11.
Set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Now McCarthy. Got a man open. It's Ross. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Come 19, come 19.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going,
touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners have got it on cruise control. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. Looking to put a drive together. A handoff for Etienne. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 14.
To the air with McCarthy. He finds Ross. Right side, it's complete.
10 more yards.
it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Trap 60, trap 60.
To the air again, McCarthy. Oh, an ill-advised throw there, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
145 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
45-yard line.
Outside. Yellow. 22. Watch out.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he's going to have a Niners 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down.
35-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's a give up the middle. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. A back foot throw there is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Vikings.
A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point safely through as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
164 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Back at his own 49.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Jake Moody for the 49ers field goal. A 66-yard attempt.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the 1 touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the 49ers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Now ETN to start the drive. And a loose football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Screenplay, here's ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. Here's 3rd and 3.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd down and 3.
They'll run with ETN. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 44 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But